Welcome back, guys, to the ARTFUL Podcast. It's Matteo here, your host, and this is my podcast. I'm an artist, and in this podcast, we talk with some really interesting people. So, before we start with the interview, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel to grow, and for me to contact new people, new artists, and they are more willing to have a chat with me if the numbers are bigger. So, really. I'm just gonna start with the interview, and don't forget to subscribe. And all the links below, they're all related to the artist that I'm interviewing every time, and to my Instagram and their Instagram. So don't forget to check it out. Please again subscribe to the channel and enjoy the studio chat. Quindi iniziamo, dai. So in today's episode, guys, we have Mariano, dear friend of mine, a great photographer, and I was quite excited to have him in this episode so we can talk a little bit of photography, even because it's something that we always talk about painting and drawings and blah blah blah. So have something different, it's always good, and understand a different art. So how you doing, Mariano? You okay?
Hello, Matteo. I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been looking forward for this episode.
Yeah, we try to plan this for a while, but yeah,
It's true.
been busy, both of us, and yeah, that was good. Finally, we did it. So, why you don't introduce yourself for the viewer?
Okay. Well, I'm a barman. That's the main job. So yeah, I would say I'm an artist, or try to be. I don't know. It's just a way to. I need to do something to feel the meaning.
Creative.
It's not even about being creative. It's about, I don't know. I need to do something to go by with life in a way. So
I like that.
I ended up. I don't want to be an artist. I don't want to be creative. I just need to do what I do. As a writer or as.
Ooh, we lost you there for a second. Ooh, you say you got it?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, you got frozen for a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. We lost you as a writer and as a photographer, I guess.
Yeah. So I was saying, I just feel the need to express myself with writing or with photography. I used to be a musician. I play guitar for 15 years, so music was my way to express myself. To, I don't know. Yeah. And then when I moved to England, being on my own, probably that was the reason. I don't know. It just felt natural. Then writing and photography was a better way, in a way, to be close to the inner part of myself. And that's what I do. So it felt natural to move from photography to writing, from music to writing, and then photography. And I ended up taking pictures by accident, in a way. One of my friends gave me this camera as a present, and there was how I started.
That's
so the camera was, I never wanted to be a photographer. I never wanted to take pictures. So she gave me this camera, and there was a promise to start taking pictures. So that's how I started. And
you own the promise to your friend. Yeah, you have to you have to do it now.
Exactly. So I lived in Bristol, where we met in the first place. Then I moved to Nottingham, And when I moved to Nottingham, I started using this camera and taking pictures. But at that time, it was more a way to connect with the city and the people.
Ah, okay.
So I used
Nice.
to go around town taking pictures of strangers. It was more than taking pictures, was more an excuse to make friends. So
you like
that's
start a
how I
little bit of
started.
chatting,
Yeah,
then from there
exactly.
you take a picture.
Yeah, sometimes I wasn't even interested in the pictures. It was just a way to start a
To
chat
break the
when
ice.
I was, yeah,
Exactly.
when I was interested in to know someone, or I don't know, anyone that would look interesting or fascinating.
Nice.
You know,
Do
if you
you?
stop a stranger, I was
Yeah, go
saying,
ahead.
if you
Go ahead.
stop a stranger in the middle of the street without, uh, just like that, they will think you're weirdo. But with
Yeah.
camera was, I had an excuse to do that, and people were interested as well sometimes because it was an old film camera, so they will actually ask me what kind of camera I was using, and etc. etc.
That's really interesting because my next question would be what's your education, but as an artist, but it seems like you don't really have especially at the beginning. I don't know if you did anything else, anything after, um but yeah, it's more like a need, a love of this art that brings you to do that. So did you have any education, or is
Yes, I
there
got a
more like self?
degree. No, I got a degree in industrial engineering,
Ooh, completely
but
different.
completely different. So I did that, finished that, got a degree, and then I moved to England.
Mm,
And so I probably always wanted to study art or anything related to art, but I didn't have the balls to do that. So I just conformed to what was easier and study engineering,
mm.
and then I just
No.
hated it so much. Anyway, I finished it, and then I said, okay, no more of that. I need to do what I need for myself, and
Mm.
that's how I committed to express in any way. I don't know
How,
what I see. You know,
yeah, how long do you are you practicing writing and photography?
so since I moved to England, I would say so around 7, 8 years.
8 years. Do you
Then,
do you think
yeah,
it changed during this time, your practice, your way of doing photos
yes,
and
absolutely. You know, I think it's just an evolution, a
mm,
continuous evolution in like, for example, with writing, as I used to just film my diaries, and then I ended up publishing a poetry book, and now I'm working on
oh, you froze.
for example.
Oh, sorry, you froze.
Can you hear me?
Publish a book. You published a book.
Yeah, I was saying I started writing, filling my diaries, sometimes with poems, and then ended up publishing a poetry book. But now I'm working on something completely different, which is
Mm.
like a travel book in prose. So it's not poetry anymore. And the same, I guess, with photography. I started with street photography, and I'm uh, still like the street photography, but I've become more selective. I
Okay.
would say, and then I don't know. You just change. Like at the beginning, I was much more interested in people because there was the need.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. I
Mm.
was feeling the need to connect with people. living in Nottingham. And then after that, probably I moved more to probably not far from people, but I was starting including even the building or the architecture as well, which is part of the Nottingham history, I would say, or still story of the people I'm portraying in my photograph.
Did you? Yeah, well, I love obviously portraits, and that's what I'm interested to, even outside like paintings and drawings. And that's, for example, that's why I really like your portrait photos. And
Thank you.
yeah, I even got one. So
I know.
yeah, so it was really good. I love that. It was, yeah, it's in my living room in Bristol, but yeah, I need to get it. But yeah, it's so what it's really interesting for me every time I talk to an artist. It's why the subject matter. Why do you choose that subject um, to um, to represent with your art in general, and in this case photography? Why do you choose um, portrait at the beginning? Obviously you said it was more for connecting with people, to connect to the place. So that's really interesting. That's, for me, it's something that's really interesting. How do you choose now the subjects? Because you said you're more selected now, so what
Yeah.
does make you choose a particular subject for your photos?
It depends on the project I'm
Mm.
working on. When I'm in the street, I just go with the flow. Sometimes I see someone interesting. I don't know. I can find someone interesting for many different reasons. Sometimes just the way they're dressed, or the way they look, or if there is like a connection. You know, when you see each other, just you smile, and there's
Mm.
enough to create a connection and to make
Mm.
the person fascinating in a
I
way.
see.
Or sometimes it just depends on the moment. You know, you just, there is something that clicks in your mind, and that's the right person, I would say. And probably it's different when I'm working on a specific project. The people, they are of course related to the project and to
Mm.
the story I'm following.
Yeah,
But
I see. And
yeah,
what does it make on, well, from your point of view, obviously, what does it make a good picture when you're taking it? Like,
I don't know. I I
is
don't
it more
know.
like a sensation and an emotion, a
I
feeling
go I go with my
with your
guts
guts?
really.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. Of course, you know, I try to compose the picture in a certain way, to frame it in a certain way. But at the end of the day, I don't know if all of them makes the picture good.
Mm.
Uh, so I frame the picture and compose the picture in the way I want to describe something, tell a certain story. But still, that doesn't make a good picture.
There is
Uh,
not that like feeling, that emotional
yeah,
element.
I think you need to find a connection with what you're photographing. Can
Mm.
be a landscape, can be a person. You have to capture something, and I don't think there is a formula for that. You just have
Mm.
to keep on trying. That's what I would say. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you take so many pictures of the same subject, probably not even one of them is good. Sometimes you just get one picture,
Mm.
uh, probably even by accident, and the picture is good. Uh, but then, you know, at the end of the day, it's up to the viewer to
That's true. Yeah.
tell if it's a good picture. Because probably for me, when I look at one of my picture, might be a shit, really. You know, I
Mm.
might not like that picture, but for someone else, that can be a good picture because it depends how you connect with the
Yeah.
picture. It depends on your cultural background, on your experience. So something that for me can be meaningless and make the picture not that good, for someone else can be really really important.
Yeah, I can connect to them and they make them like the
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, it's
So you
it's
just
pretty much it's pretty much the same thing of paintings and drawings and stuff like that. And sometimes I literally, like, I sold some random, like, everyday sketch literally to somebody, and I was like, do you want that one? Like, I'm flattered and thank you, but you really want, like, this is so random. This sketch I did not plan. There is no an idea behind. It was literally just for me to practice. And they were like, yeah, no, I love it. Like, give it to me. It's fine. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, there's something that's that element that nobody can explain really. That's make art good for you or not. And yeah, it's an
it's like,
emotional.
I will compare that feeling with music. When you listen, when you hear a song, you tell when a song is good. You know, you always make the example like Beatles. I'm not into Beatles. I don't really like, apart a few songs, I don't really like Beatles. But they made great music, but still don't like it. Or sometimes bands that people say they are not that good. I love this. I can, how can you tell when a song is good or bad?
Yeah, it's for sure.
It's very subjective. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And yeah, there is always this emotional element that nobody really, they try to pin it down, but nobody really can explain, because it's up to every single person. It's an emotional element for those people that can connect with. But if I don't have that on me, like, I'm never gonna connect to something, which music or painting or photography, if I don't have it, if I don't understand it emotionally. So for sure, yeah. And how what are you interested in? First of all, how do you prepare before you take a photo? So not at the moment when you before the click, but I mean, like, before you, like, even going out, talking about street photography. Do you have an idea in mind, or do you just start walking and try to pick it up on the way?
So when as I was saying before, if I'm working for a project, then I try to narrow down what I want to take. Yeah, I don't know if it's a project about building, let's say, just to make an example. I know I need to go out with a certain light, a certain weather condition, light condition. But I try to not prepare too much because then you can't. I think we have the illusion of controlling things, and that's probably especially with when you take a pictures, you have the illusion that you can control somehow the story, but I don't think we do. So I just try. Sometimes, I have a specific idea. I know a specific place, so we'll go there and wait until something happens.
It all depends, yeah.
Yeah, some other times I just go out. I might not even take a picture because then I don't feel like, I don't know, there's nothing happening, or I just don't feel it. Some other times it's amazing. You just keep taking pictures. Probably they're all bad at the end of the day, but that doesn't matter. You have to go through the process.
What are you interested in represent with your photos? Meaning, like, what is that a meaning for you? Like, is that about your journey in life, or is there is a meaning of why you taking these pictures, and do you care about, like, explaining it to people, or you just
So the meaning is just to give a bit of sense to my life, really. This is a bit cynical. I think life is meaningless at the end of the day. So I have to, that's why I was saying, you know, I have to do something to fulfill my life with something. And that's photography. So through photography and writing, I tell my story, my journey in a way, what I see, how I feel. But through my journey, at the end of the day, when you look at the pictures, you see other people's story, or you see the story of Nottingham if the picture is you know, in Nottingham, taken in Nottingham where I'm based. So even it's about my journey, but it's about other people, it's about the place where I'm traveling to.
It's not about you, is it? It's not about the artist. We have this illusion that we do like exhibition. I was actually thinking about this, and it's kind of been not bother me, but it was in my mind lately. I just realized that the last few months I put so much pressure on myself on doing art and doing the right piece, and when nobody cares, like nobody does care. Like if you they might like it, but they don't care. Like it's I needed to do it because of me, but the amount of pressure that I put sometimes on me, it's more like, oh, it needs to be good, interesting for everybody, when I like nobody really cares. And nobody cares about what you do, like as an artist. I'm just an artist. Like I'm not gonna change the course of life because I'm doing the right drawings.
No, I was saying, you know, with a song, I really love music, and I think music is probably the most, the simplest example we can make, because I think music probably is the most universal art. You know,
everybody likes music.
Yeah, it's something that we feel, even, you know, we understand or not the lyrics, doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just the beat.
Yeah.
And so you can write an amazing song, but if people don't like it, nobody cares about what the song is about. You know, you can write the deepest lyrics, the most beautiful lyrics, but
with the perfect chord, but nobody.
But I would be the same. You know, if I don't like the song in general, there is no, I don't know, if I don't feel connected. Sometimes it's not the song, it's me feeling disconnected from the rest of the world in that moment.
No, it's true. I remember when I was a kid, obviously we grew up in Italy and like really close to each other, actually. And I talk for me. I remember listening to hip hop, and obviously hip hop is in American and is in English, and I had no idea because in Italy we don't speak English. So I had no idea what they were saying at all. But I love the music. I used to listen to rock, AC/DC, all that kind of thing, and I had no idea anyone was saying. But I just loved it. I just love the music and still love it now that I understand. But it was more like an emotional feeling. Like it was more like a connection. Like it's so true. It's so true.
And you know, at the end of the day, you made a perfect example. You had no idea what these songs were about, and sometimes they might be about something nasty, but I would say at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because then you give to these songs your own meaning.
Yeah.
So even if the song are about something no good, no correct, I would say, but at the end of the day, you give the meaning to the song, and it became yours. And it's the same with pictures, portraits, painting, poems, anything, you know.
Yeah, you can literally like be in a ice cream place, getting ice cream, eating ice cream while you're listening to 50 Cent talking about being gangster and kill people, but you're there, you don't understand, you just like the music.
Or sometimes even when you do understand, you just, I don't know, you still give your own meaning.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, I don't know. That's what I believe. So we can't really control what people think. You just have to try. You just have to do what you do as a mission for yourself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's a narcissist moment.
If someone likes it, good. If not, try again. I mean, it's not even trying for the others. Just do it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
this
it's true.
is a bit...
So true. Yeah. It's interesting for me because I was looking through, I think recently you start using more color, but for a long time I saw your picture, and most of them, like 99% of them, they're like in black and white. Is there a choice behind, or is just there is no really a meaning, it's just like what you like, or there is a
I think I prefer black and white because there is picture. I got that timeless feeling, so you can't really tell almost, apart from when you got some details in the pictures. But if there are no specific objects, you can't really tell if the picture's been taken nowadays or 50 years ago. And I kind of like that. Makes the picture timeless, I would say. And
nice.
that's what I
true.
what I like. But then at the end of the day, it depends on the story you want to tell.
If you use color now.
Yeah. I would say it's a language. So I will give... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You can say.
No, I was saying it's like with music. You have 4 chords in, let's say, in a really simple song, but you can decide to play that song reggae, rock, pop, just acoustic, depending on the story on the feeling that you want to give.
No, for sure. Yeah, I recently turned my drawings and my especially my drawings all in black and white, and there is a reason why, and yeah, it's because you decide to make them look in a certain way. So yeah, it's a language for sure. And what does do you use film?
Sorry to interrupt. Sometimes we don't even know. Sometimes we just have to try something different, to be honest. Sometimes in the arty world, people trying to find so many explanation about that. Sometimes, I don't know, I get bored with black and white, I need to try color, and then try color, don't like, go back to black and white.
It can be that simple. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You just have to try, maybe you've been drinking lager all your life, and then one night say, oh, I want to try something different. It's
yeah. Do you use
sorry
now I was just gonna ask, do you use a digital or do you use a film?
I would say I use film 100% almost. If I have a commission, then I will use digital, because of course with film takes longer I have to process the film, then I have to go in the darkroom and make prints. And when you ask for a commission, which I do very rarely, they want the picture in a day or 2 sometimes, and with films it takes longer, and of course it's much more expensive as well.
No, for sure.
But for my project I use 100% film. I just like the look of it, and I love the whole process from processing to printing in the darkroom. I think printing is I don't know, for me it's 50% of the process. Making pictures.
The darkroom, the whole process that's for you. It's that's what it's important in a way to have for your personal
For
project.
me, it's really important. It's almost like making bread. You can go to Tesco and buy bread for
Yeah.
£2, let's say. You got, just 5 minutes. Go to Tesco. You got bread ready. Film photography is more like making bread, so it's more expensive. It takes longer.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, you got something that you made from zero till.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it depends. It's a completely different story, look, approach. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's that like old school way of doing the stuff that it's fascinating most of the time. That
You know what? When I take digital pictures, it feels like I'm not taking a picture. I don't know. I'm still probably kind of live in the past and be behind with that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
I
like
do.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like when I got the pictures on film, that's when I feel like I have the picture, because I need to have the picture as an object almost.
Physicality is
Yeah,
important.
it's
Yeah.
important for me.
Yeah, it's yeah, I do the same because I'm pretty much the same. I think the same because I did try to do digital drawings. It does not give the same sensation that I'm trying to find in when I'm drawing. And especially why I prefer using oil painting instead of acrylic painting. It's acrylic is not less or more. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's just what that way of like it's really old school. You need to mix the oil with the painting. It's it's that the whole way of doing stuff that's always more interesting for me to find a modern way, easier way in a way. But yeah, I don't know, do you prefer taking picture to like people, or you don't mind if it's a landscape or if it's something that it just goes?
Uh, I would say I prefer people, because I try to make a connection with people I'm taking picture of. Sometimes I'm more interested in the person, in the story they can tell, more than the picture itself. Because
How they
sometimes
look.
uh, no, it's not even that. Sometimes I meet someone, take a picture, and then the picture is not even that good. But I got I met someone, and that's what enrich my day or my person. Knowing this person, trying to find a connection when it's possible. Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes it's just a picture and that's it. But when you sometimes, from the picture, I became friend with these people, and that's much more important than having a picture.
Perfect. Yeah, I know, it's makes sense. It's why.
Probably because I started taking pictures in that way. It was, as I say, more an excuse to meet the other person, more than just taking a picture as an exercise.
What would you've been doing the photography? Oh, actually, about your writing, is there more like an extra? How much importance do you give to your writing? For you, is it like connected to photography or anything like that, or is it just another way for you to express what you're feeling?
It's a different way. It's a different way of telling a story. That's what I would say. I think they are equally important. Sometimes when I'm more, if I'm home, I don't want to go out. probably writing feels more natural.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on how I want to express something.
Yeah, you've
You
really
know?
it feels like for what you're telling me, it feels like you really go with your guts. You try to listen to what your mind is trying to say, your creative person's trying to say to you is like, so you don't really it's not a technical performance for you. It's more what it's for you.
More
It's
emotional.
you need to get out that your stuff
Yeah.
out. That's so nice. It's so nice to hear, because yeah, sometimes you give so much you take it as a professional way too serious. Like it's at the end of the day, it's for you to just make sense, as you said, make sense of your life. Like
Yeah, but that's my story. Like I have so many friends that do photography or writing as a job, and of course, then you don't have that freedom. But I made the choice to. I'm not making a living, but I got the 100% freedom on what I do.
are you
Might be
happy with what
good,
you do?
might be shit. I don't care. I just, you have to make a choice. If you want to make a living, of course, you have to
You have to bend to the
compromise.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, but like with everything, like when you uh, I don't know, if you play music for yourself, you play the music you like. If you're playing as a DJ, you have to play for the crowd.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah, you have
if you
to
want.
you have to make some sort of you have to play a little bit the game and make
Yeah, some
certain
people,
adjustment. And
they don't need to. Some people are great. They just ended up making a living on the stuff they do with total freedom, and that's great. But it's something you can't really control.
yeah,
You can't control if people are gonna like what you do or not.
yeah, that makes so much sense.
That's
um,
why being an artist, as people say, it's not easy. It's not easy.
no, no, for sure. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
you have to
trying.
think like probably just 1% of all artists makes it. So
Yeah,
probably we are 99% and we're never gonna make it. So is this gonna stop you making art? Yes, probably art is not your thing.
mm,
If it doesn't stop you, that's what you like. And I don't know, it's
yeah,
like a
but
curse.
in the end of the day, when you say like make I think in the end it's like a personal like what you make, because it seems like you're really content with what you do, even if you say you're not making a proper living out of it, but you make it because you happy with what you do and you just carry on doing it. You in the end you make it, like you did make it. Like it's not because you're not this famous photographer or painter, like it doesn't
Mm.
matter. Like personally you did made it, so in the
I
end of
mean,
the
I would
day,
like to be more famous just to, I mean, if just to struggle, but then you think probably I need to struggle to
to
make
made it.
something good.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
that's sure. Yeah, it's
Sometimes
the and never
we can
ending.
be,
Yeah.
yeah, we can be really perverse sometimes, but
It's
probably
never
that's
ending
why
story.
we do art. I don't know. We try to
Yeah.
do art.
We are complicated creatures. We don't even understand ourselves. uh,
Yeah.
anyway, Mariano, thank you very much for being part of the podcast.
No, thank
That was
you for
fun,
having
and
me.
it was really fun for me to understand the different artists, different way of art. So if you wanna guys follow Mariano, it's on, for example, Instagram, Mariano underscore Doriano or
Doronzo, Doronzo.
Doronzo.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Doronzo, I will put a link below of Instagram, of website. Do you want to promote anything? Do you have any exhibition? Do you want to
uh,
promote your book? You said you have a book.
uh, yes, but I'm writing a new one,
Okay,
so probably stay in tune
perfect.
with my I don't know,
Yeah,
next projects. Yeah,
nice.
let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't bore you to death. That's all.
No. That was so interesting. It was is that's what I'm trying to do with this. I'm trying to find different, like try to understand art in general and how different artists think.
Yeah.
Because why not? It's super fun. So thank you very much, Mariano.
Thank you. See you later, guys.
See you, man.